腊肉、大蒜、蒜苔。Hi everyone, this is Gui. I have good news today. The sun is finally out. My last video was a little gloomy, just like this stretch of non-stop rainy weather we've had. But there is a line from a Chinese writer's book that stuck with me, right on the very last page. The sun's almost setting. How come your kid isn't scared at all? Of course not. She knows it'll rise again tomorrow. And yeah, I believe it will. Just like I believe China will get better. Because progress is the only way forward. It's Dragon Boat festival season right now. So supermarkets and street stores are selling Zongzi, our traditional festival food. It's glutinous rice wrapped in bamboo leaves, stuffed with fillings like meat, salted egg yolk, or red bean paste. I actually bought the leaves, the salted eggs, and the rice, planning to make my own, but I never had time to do it. Luckily, my company gave out Zongzi as employee benefits. I ate 3 in one go. It tasted amazing and hit the spot. In my last video, I talked about how Chinese people save hard for the future, which means we work really hard. And naturally, when work gets busy, we get lazy in everyday life. So today, let's talk about something chill. I found a really interesting change in supermarkets lately. There are way more pre-made and ready-to-cook foods now. Let's start with traditional local supermarkets. Fruits, veggies, greens, snacks, all piled high out in the open. It just looks lively and makes you want to buy things. Show up late, and all the fresh, best produce is already snatched up by the aunties. Picking veggies, bagging them, lining up to weigh. For older people, this is just daily life fun. I pass this small supermarket every day after work, so I shop here a lot. I've never seen them seal the plastic bags after weighing and sticking the price tag on. Don't they worry someone might sneak in a few extra veggies after they are weighed?
我这个可以吃1个礼拜，干嘛？自己把它切薄丝。
你们为什么只买黄色呀？
因为这个生吃不好吃，这个生吃很好吃。
哦，就黄色好吃些是吧？
对，
生吃的话。
对。
哦。Honestly, these traditional markets are not fancy at all. Floors are wet sometimes. There are broken vegetable leaves on the ground, boxes in the corners, narrow aisles. It's messy, but it feels warm and real. This is what everyday life feels like for most Chinese people.
还可以，还蛮划算的，
没烂死，
也不是很烂，能吃。
那有一顿饭啊。
But life is changing, especially with young people cooking at home now. A few years back, all these big foreign supermarkets like Walmart were almost the same as local ones. Same products, just more choices and more discounts. But recently, they've changed a lot to compete with local premium supermarkets. Shelves are lower. Old mainstream brands are gone. Most goods are their own store brands. Chinese style jasmine tea, craft beer. They also have free food samples now, like I've shown before. The fresh food section is full of pre-packaged stuff too. Veggies, meat, fruit, all sealed in boxes with fixed portions. This slashes food waste significantly, and the store looks way cleaner and brighter.
这个是大黄米，就让人感觉到非常的越来越工业化，少了一点那种接地气的人味儿。All plastic bags, plastic bottles. The craziest thing is these lazy cook ingredient kits. I was shocked when I saw these kits. I knew they existed, but I didn't know they'd taken over Walmart. 这也太难了吧，这切成丝儿啊。You want to cook a dish? All the ingredients are already cut and packed. Garlic, ginger, veggies, meat, everything's prepped. Total cooking beginners can make a decent Chinese dish in minutes. 你就自己用锅炒个5分钟就可以吃了，全部都是这种半成品。These kits perfectly match young people's needs nowadays. You want food that's healthy, quick, and still lets you enjoy that fun stir-frying moment over a wok. The only downside, you pay more for the convenience. I never buy them. For me, cooking is relaxing. I enjoy washing, chopping, prepping everything step by step. I'm swamped with work all week, and I only get to cook on weekends. Why would I skip the fun part? Also, they are overpriced. Buying fresh ingredients separately is way cheaper. I always see the price and walk away. 中国人很喜欢啃骨头，好漂亮的排骨，太贵了，快30块钱的，这是很漂亮的。Same with durian. I love it, but it's so pricey. I just end up looking. Last time I actually had durian was 3 years ago in Thailand, where it's grown locally and costs way less than in China. Back to the topic. There's nothing wrong with buying these prepped kits. Just a little tip. Buy them quietly. Don't let the aunties see you. Their judgmental looks are brutal. Honestly, all that plastic-wrapped produce just doesn't draw me in. Maybe I'm old school,
Or maybe it's because I live alone. At local markets, I can buy just one potato, one tomato, a little scallion, no waste. Pre-packaged food gives me zero flexibility. What about you? Do you prefer the chaotic local neighborhood markets or the shiny orderly supermarket experience? Since we're talking about food, I'll share some tips for anyone who wants to travel or live in China. If you are a meat lover, especially for steak and lamb, you might be disappointed. Beef and lamb are pretty luxurious here. Almost 4 times the price of pork. Eating lots of red meat will cost you. But if you are a vegetarian, you'll love it here. We have so many kinds of greens you've probably never seen. Veggies are way cheaper than meat. You can eat varied vegetarian meals on a budget. China isn't perfect, but one thing's sure, you'll never starve here. But vegetarians, watch out for restaurant traps. Lots of veggie dishes have hidden meat ingredients. Classic mapo tofu has minced beef. That's the soul of the dish. Green veggies are often stir-fried with lard for flavor. Even vegetarian noodles usually use pork or chicken bone broth. No meat pieces, but definitely not vegan. To be fair, that's only decent restaurants. Good broth costs money. Most cheap shops just use artificial flavor broth. You'll get super thirsty after eating, no matter how much you drink. But at least that's totally vegetarian. If you love seafood, China's great for you too. It's a bit pricier than pork, chicken, or duck, but there's tons of options. China's cold chain logistics are really advanced now. Fresh veggies and seafood get shipped all over the country fast. Even inland cities have fresh seafood year-round. As for me, I grew up in Chongqing, the city famous for hot pot. Chili and Sichuan peppercorns are my absolute favorite, so seafood was never really my thing. What about you? What's your favorite Chinese dish? What flavors do you crave? Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.